In this second video about carpets on carriageways, I asked the question about where personal responsibility towards others starts and ends. In my earlier video, I shared about how a vehicle in front of me on a busy road in Huntingdon, England, suddenly and dangerously swerved because a large carpet in front of him was in the center of the carriageway. I chose to jump out of my car and make the situation safe by dragging the carpet and throwing it over the verge. I received a thumbs up from the drivers behind me. They may initially have been annoyed and inconvenienced because they couldn't see the hazard, but they quickly realized that what had taken place was for everyone's good. So where does personal responsibility toward our fellow citizens start and end? I have a sense that those values have changed considerably even in my lifetime. Take a very simple example. When I was a child growing up in London, England, the word litter didn't exist as far as I knew. People just didn't throw things onto the ground in public places. In other examples, when I travelled on the London Underground Railway, I always gave up my seat to a female passenger. Now that would draw mixed reactions today. On one occasion in my late teens, travelling on the railway, I intervened in a nasty situation when some youths were threatening a male passenger who asked them not to smoke in the carriage. When he revealed he was a police officer, they became even more angry. He was outnumbered and the situation was now extremely dangerous for him, so I stepped in and diffused the situation. I could go on. Responsibility towards others can be quite low level or mundane, or it can put us at risk. This was the subject of one of the teachings of Jesus of Nazareth, who told the story of a Good Samaritan. He helped a traveler who had been beaten and robbed, but who had been ignored by others who merely passed him by. This Good Samaritan may have placed himself in danger by reaching out to the man on the ground, but he felt the sense of duty and he answered the call to meet the need. His compassion remains firmly fixed in our culture, language, and attitudes. Indeed, the name Samaritan is now used by different organizations whose sole purpose is to help others in dire need, including those experiencing abuse or feeling suicidal. In my story about carpets on the carriageways, there was a real and present danger on a busy public road. The vehicle in front of me had passed by. I could not. Similarly, as we emerge from the most challenging period in living memory, let's think about how we can bring about a renaissance of personal responsibility towards others. By doing that, we can all live with a sense of hope for the future.